So on the 19th of December 2019, we had our biggest show ever. Which was an insane way of kind of ending the year for us.
We thrive in front of an audience. We enjoy the whole concept of putting on a show. We take what we do very seriously. We want to make people feel what we feel.
If we go back a bit, a year exactly, we were only doing our first ever performance in front of anyone as a band before we even fully knew what we were doing. It was kind of just a college performance. It's crazy to think that stemmed from, I don't know, we'd been practicing 2 months maximum, a month and a half, and it all stemmed from essentially what was a friendship.
Welcome to Myriam UK. We hold the best.
I don't know. This is really cheesy. Myriam Adams started off when Archie, Freddie and myself started, hanging out.
Hello. I got a bad haircut. So I got the hat.
I don't know, I think I was the one that mentioned I want to start a band, and from then onwards we kind of were actively looking for people to join our band, and eventually we kind of found Ethan.
I love my band!
And we thought of loads of band names. One of them was Pangea or something like that. That would have been horrible. That would have been a terrible, terrible name. Instead we chose Myriam Adams. I don't know, we thought it'd be a cool name, and look, it's still our name now, so Hi, we're Myriam Adams. First started making songs quite early on, I'd say from the very beginning of when we actually started to practice. We didn't want to do covers, we wanted to actually create stuff. When you first make music with new people, it's challenging in a way. And eventually we came up with I Think I Might Die, which I reckon as soon as we came up with it and started practicing it and had an idea there, we were like, okay, we've got to record this, we've got to do something with it. I think this is going to be our first song. We sat in a rehearsal room, I brought my laptop in and we produced a demo for it. How did you feel about that?
It was alright.
Was it a success, or do you think we should?
No, I'm not saying great success.
Great success.
After that, I spoke to a fellow student at our college called Rajan.
Hello, Rajan.
Hi, future me.
And I don't know, we spoke about maybe recording vocals for the song in the studio and having him mix the track properly. And he said yes, and he was down for it, and he's still, to this day, he's still a part of our kind of team. He still produces all our songs with us, and he's a big part of our crew. After that, we recorded our first music video. we did it ourselves. We went to one of our friends was going to help us, but they were like, I can't make it, so we kind of had to wing it a bit and be like, okay, let's do it ourselves. We recorded ourselves.
So what we're gonna do?
don't know what you look like, do you?
Yeah.
A few days after that, I think we put it out. Around this time, we also got played on the radio for the first time by BBC Introducing, which honestly, I remember being so excited.
It's a tune called I Think I Might Die. Let's play MCV now.
I think if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know, the reaction we got from just friends and family was insane. I don't think if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if we'd be still doing it. In a way, it was such a boost. We worked on Afraid, which was our second single, and we felt it was quite risky in a way, because we went from standard kind of indie pop song, quite upbeat, to okay, we want to put out a really down-tempo song.
Where's the rat?
I rap.
Who's think cats?
We worked on a music video which at the time was such a crazy, it wasn't just us in a room recording ourselves. We met Berry, which has recorded a lot of this footage that is in this video. That was insane, and the release of that, we were lucky because we still got quite a decent reaction.
Oh shit, maybe I should take the hat off.
We continued, we were like, okay, now let's make an EP. These 2 songs will be part of a 5-song EP, and we started thinking and kind of recording stuff. We started meeting up outside of college a lot, and recording demos there, and that's where it started to kind of spark a bit. When our first EP came out, it was crazy. We felt like, it's our first, we'd put out 2 songs and now another 3, and it was all part of this one thing. We were really proud of it, and it was nice to see that people were actually taking it in, and it was at a time where we hadn't even done our proper first live show. And that's when we got offered a show at the hospice.
My name's actually Jennifer. This is Myriam.
And yeah, we were so excited. This was a big thing for us, and it was literally a charity event at a hospice, and there weren't going to be many people there, but we thought this was the biggest thing we'd done, because that's crazy to think. That was only a few months ago. I remember we went backstage, which was round the fucking tree or something.
Let me see it. Come on. Let the energy fuel this. Let it fuel this.
And we all huddled up, and Ethan started what we didn't know at the time, but that's kind of our ritual now.
Just go. Come on. Go. Ready?
And we went on stage, and all this talk that we'd been doing between each other, we're going to put on a show, we're going to do this, do that, do the other. We went up there, and we were energetic, man. We weren't that good, looking back retrospectively, but we were so energetic, and we didn't really give a shit. There was no shyness there, I've had my whole life.
That was good. That was good.
After our first show, things started to come together a little bit, and we started to get a few other shows around. we started sending out loads of emails and started to try and like really push it. We were like, okay, now we need to make sure we've got loads of stuff to do this summer. We'd entered a battle of the bands to play on the main stage of Godiva Festival, which is huge. And we were like, oh, well, okay, we got to do it. And I think some of us had work. We just kind of had to just not turn up to work and go to this battle of the bands. We got there, semi-final. We managed to get through, which was amazing. The final, we were like, that was insane. We were so nervous. We were like, if we do this, we're going to be on the main stage of the festival. And oh god, it was so. I remember just waiting for the results.
In second place, we've got Myriam Adams.
Crazy, like it was the best I've ever felt, I think. And I think that was the moment we were like, okay, we've got something coming up. That it was like, I think we had a month to prepare.
That was so close. Congratulations to all the other acts.
Yeah, that's all about that was also a time when college finished, so we couldn't use our rehearsal rooms at college. We had to think of an alternative. This alternative was turning Freddy's garage into our rehearsal room. Don't cut it on my head. We spent a whole week like literally cutting things and building stuff, you know, soundproof and
Soundproofing?
how's the box gonna soundproof? And that I think that really brought us all together. That made a bond. Hello, Adam Barnes. Although we already had, it was even stronger now, and it was even like with everything. I think with people, when you experience things, it just, I don't know. It was stressful times because we knew we had to get better, and also just magnificent times. Hello, Adam Barnes.
Hello.
He's our technician, Adam Barnes.
I got soldering irons.
Yeah.
Right, went to a dinosaur. I'll try my best. It's been a sec.
T-Rex.
You.
Godiva Festival, 6th of July, the day came, and oh my god, I was nervous. We were over the moon. We got there, and it was crazy. Like, honestly, we'd been, looking back, we'd been thrown into the deep end. That was not, you know, it wasn't just a little festival. It was big. It was like, it's scale-wise, like of size of a venue or a stage or anything. That is definitely the biggest thing, like biggest we've ever been. But we felt like rock stars. I felt like a fucking rock star, and I honestly remember how nervous we were. And then we got on stage, and I think, you know, despite maybe looking back, you know, I don't know, I think we rocked it. I felt so good. That was kind of a taster of where we want to be, and there was nothing like it. There was nothing like it. We finished that and we're like, what the fuck do we do now? Over the summer, after Godiva, we luckily found loads of opportunities supporting bands and doing other festivals, and then we managed to book our first ever headline show, which was for us, okay, this is the next big thing for us, this is what we've got to prepare for now. So we spent all of August really, one, trying to sell tickets. We were like, we've got to sell out, like it's 80% capacity, but obviously, yeah, we've got to sell out. Like, that was a goal, and we've got to put on a hell of a show. We did so much for it. Like, the amount of preparation that went into that was insane. If we want to make a show, we don't want to just go up there and sing some songs. And I think about 5 days before the show, probably, we got an email saying that we'd sold out. Like, it was packed. I think it was the first time we'd ever had a proper audience singing our songs back to us. Afraid, man. Afraid definitely made me cry. After being on a stage where everyone's kind of screaming at you, just being lying in your bed alone is probably not the best idea. And that was a rough couple of months, I reckon, after that show. I think we'd reached our highest point until then. But then came a tough time. Unfortunately, two of the members of the band at the time had to, well, essentially were no longer going to be part of the band. We had a few small shows after that, and it was weird, it was strange. You know, you're used to having 6 people on stage, and now we've got 4. You know, it took time adapting, and it was difficult times. And then just after that, we released I Want to Go Home. It was the first single of what's going to be our second EP.
That felt like the beginning of a new chapter for us. Shortly after, we'd managed to book a headline show, and we already had our next single, Talk Slow, prepared. We felt like the release of Talk Slow and the show were kind of intertwined, like they were kind of the same thing for us.
And the music video for Talk Slow was, honestly, I was so proud of it. You know, we all learned, we kind of choreographed a dance with the help of some of our friends. That release, it felt like we were back to being ourselves, kind of, after that kind of rough month. We thought, we've got our show on the 19th, which is 100, like the capacity for it is 100 more than what it was last time, and we need to sell out. And it was such a struggle. It was very stressful, like, don't get me wrong, it was lovely. I loved all the effort we put in. And we managed to sell out that too, so that was insane. I think that show was the best way we could have ended the year. We were proud of the music we were playing, we were proud of the show, we were proud of the people that were involved in making that possible. And we were proud of ourselves,
Are you ready, Freddie?
Bye.
Are you ready, Jack?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's ready. Are you ready?
You've got to aim high. As cheesy as it sounds, we don't think there's anything that's impossible to achieve. We truly believe that we can do this. And this is only the beginning. 2020 is going to be a big year for us.
Who's ready for Myriam?
It's only been a year. It's only been a year. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Just you watch us.
Our first year as a band, so yeah, awesome. We love you, Merry Christmas.
Let's go! So good. Beautiful. So good, guys. Right, you've got 5 words. You actually, you've got a word each. Summarise it. Go.
That emotional
was outstanding. That emotional was outstanding. Summarise perfectly.